Hi, my name is McKenna, and I'm a self-published author. My debut, Titan Academy, book about a superhero school, not unlike Sky High, is out now, available everywhere. I just finished drafting the sequel to Titan Academy, so I'm going to give that some room to breathe while I tackle NaNoWriMo, the reason we're here today. If you don't know what NaNoWriMo is, it stands for National Novel Writing Month, and it's when writers all over get together in online communities or by themselves and try to write a 50,000 word novel within a single month. And so that comes out to about 1,600 words a day. And that's if you do it every day. Obviously, that doesn't always work out. And a lot of people try it a lot of different ways. And this video is going to cover how I do it this year. I'm really excited because it's been a long time since I've attempted Nano. I've done it before. I've won, I've lost, I've succeeded, I have failed. And I am a much different writer now than I used to be when I last attempted Nano. So I'm really excited to see what's changed, what's the same, what's easier, what's harder. And I can't wait for you guys to come along this journey with me. So without further ado, let's recap week 1. Okay, NaNoWriMo, day 1. In years past, I've done the thing where you start at midnight on Halloween. I did not do that last night. So we're starting fresh, clean slate today. I will say that this is probably one of the most plotted projects I've ever had. So I'm going in with a plan, a very detailed plan. And I can show you how I did that later. But I want to get as much done today as possible. I really like to start with a big boom every time I do Nano, and today is obviously no exception. So I'm going to just be pedal to the metal, try and get as many words down today as possible, and then I reevaluate or recalculate my daily word count after that to try and bring it lower. And maybe like there will be days that I cannot write, so we'll factor those in as well, and then we get to restructure and replan and reorganize and then come up with like a specific to McKenna plan for Nano that's not just write 2,000 words a day. Okay, so unfortunately today was a bust. I wrote 0 words. This is on me. I should have known better. I should have known that I can't transition so quickly between projects. Like I finished the second draft of Titan Academy 2 yesterday, and oh my God, this bug. I try to be outside for 2 seconds and the mosquitoes are already trying to get me. Anyway, as I was saying, today's bust, 0 words. Transitioning between projects is always kind of difficult for me. I should have known that. I should have known that I couldn't go from one to the other in one day. That's not a me thing. I can't do that. And added to the fact that because I finished the Titan Academy 2 draft yesterday, I was working on it all last week in an attempt to have it done before November so I could commit to Nano fully with this new project. I put in like 10K words last week. And so I'm kind of like on the edge of burnout. And so that's why no words happened today. But I did manage to kind of get back in the groove. I reread my favorite parts from the first book because I'm working on another sequel. Also, probably not my brightest idea, but here we are. And so I refamiliarized myself with the first book, the world, the lore, the writing style, the voice, because the voice of this book, it's a high fantasy book, and Titan Academy is a superhero book. So the voices are very different, and I was able to kind of get back in that groove today, and hopefully words will come tomorrow, but we shall see. Day 2. It is the morning day. It's the morning. It's technically hair wash day today, but I am going to help one of my besties, who is a high school volleyball coach, at her practice later today. So I have postponed the hair washing for a day that won't be spent in a hot, sweaty gym without air conditioning. And today's nano goal, the reason we are here today, is, again, as many words as possible. The bare minimum daily word count for nano, if you don't already know, is usually 1,600 words. If you're at 1,600 a day for 30 days, then you will reach 50,000 by the end of the month. And 50,000 words is the goal. And if you get 50,000 words, you win. I have won nano twice before. Lost a bunch more times because it's really hard to write a novel in a single month. It's not even like, it's technically a full novel because it's 50,000 words and that's like the minimum word count considered to be a novel. But all of my books are way more than 50,000 words. Titan Academy, the first book, is 103,000 words, so double that. Definitely took me more than 2 months to write the first draft for that too. And then the book that I'm writing now will definitely be even longer because the first book, this is so many, I'm gonna have to like make like a little infographic with my projects. I also have a newsletter where I talk about that stuff if you are interested in knowing more. But I am writing a sequel to a high fantasy book. The first book, I just call it Isla because that's the main character's name. So Isla 1 is 143,000 words. I don't even know how I got that long. It just was. And then the sequel is almost definitely going to be longer than that. So we'll see. Oh, also the hard water in my house is destroying my hair. So if anyone has any tips on how to recover, because this is so thin right here. My hair was never this thin on the sides before we moved into this house, and it's very frustrating. So if anyone has any tips on how to recover from that, because I already got a water softener for the shower, and I'm this close to convincing my mom to get a water softener for the whole house to mitigate that, because everyone is affected, it's not just me. But for treating it and maybe like reversing it, if anyone has any tips, I would appreciate it. Okay, so we've had some technical difficulty. So I use Scrivener to write. If you don't know what Scrivener is, it's just a specific program for writing. It's very handy. I love it. I don't even use all the features, but I would highly recommend. And I had the old version, but I wanted to upgrade to the new version. So I downloaded the free trial, and the Scrivener free trial works by days you open it. So if you don't open it every day, it doesn't count towards your 30 days. So it's 30 days that you open the project. I got to the 30 days and then I just kept it open because it doesn't end if you don't close the program. Or so I thought. I don't know if this was technical difficulty or if it was them realizing that I had prolonged my free trial too long, but Scrivener just kept crashing. I was trying to write, and every time I started to type, crash. Open it up, submit the trouble ticket, go to a different section, start typing, crash. So I had to go to the Scrivener website, the Literature and Latte website, and buy the upgrade, which is tragic because I, am broke. There's that. But also because if you win Nano, you get a 50% discount on Scrivener, which is how I got my original version of Scrivener, was through winning Nano, and it was actually free that year. I didn't pay anything. And now there's a 20% discount for participants, which is nice. And I definitely did use that, but I didn't get to use the discount that I wanted. I'm just mourning that money that I no longer have. but it was definitely necessary. And you know what? I can write that off on my taxes because it was a necessary work expense. So I've got the new version fully downloaded and hopefully it stops crashing. Okay, I did manage between work and all of the craziness of Scrivener crashing to get in like 1,400 words, which is really good. So now I am gonna go get something to eat and I'm gonna go to practice, and then I'll try to put in some more words in later tonight, and I will check back in. Okay, so it is the end of the day. I'm done, got back from practice, wrote a few more words, clocked in at just over 2,000 words for my first actual day with words, but day 2 on technically. So that's good. That's a good start. We're not quite in like a flow state yet, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. We're getting into it. That's it. That's all I'm going to say for now. We'll check back in tomorrow. Hello, and welcome to day 3. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not super feeling it today, but we're gonna put some words in. We're gonna do it. I've relocated to the shed office. As you can see, I like to mix up where I write every now and then. A fresh scenery really helps me, really helps my brain get into focus, get into it. And we're starting with just a little over 2,000 words. And the goal today, like yesterday, is to write as much as possible. My writing mountain, the slope, the peak, the whatever you want to call it, often looks like a little bit of a slow start for the first few days. And then I hit my peak days where I'm just tearing it up. And I will put in a crazy amount of words. And then after that little peak towards the beginning, it'll slowly start to go down throughout the process until the very end. So I want to make the peak as high as possible. So I don't know if I'm going to peak today, but we shall see. And I will let you know later. Okay, so it's day 4, it's Saturday. It's really late and I have not yet written any words today. I forgot to record yesterday because I also wrote when it was really late, but I did manage to get in 1,600 words before I went straight to bed, which is why I didn't record anything last night. And I'm recording this preemptively because I'm about to go do the same thing. I'm about to go write late at night and I will probably just straight crash when I'm done and I won't be able to provide an update, but we shall see. So yeah, day 4 was a peopling day. I was outside all day and now I'm home and I still have words to write. So wish me luck. Okay, it is day 5. It's day 5. And life is getting crazy, as it always does when you take on a new creative endeavor, because of course it does. And so yesterday I checked in before I wrote, I believe, and I wrote exactly 56 words before calling it a day. And then today I was busy doing people things all day. And I just got home a little while ago and I wrote 500 words before I showered, and now I'm showered. And then I'm going to write some more and go to bed. And I'm feeling pretty good about it still. So I think I'm going to hit the word count for today. And then tomorrow is my niece's birthday. So we will be celebrating that. And I don't know how much I'll get to write tomorrow, but as always, I will check back in. So far, it's not bad. It's not bad. It could be better, could be worse. Could always get better. Could also get worse. We're gonna find out. Okay, so I'm on my way to an event that's obviously taking up like the later half of my day. I spent all morning editing this vlog. This will be in the vlog, but I'm going to post it tomorrow. I'm going to post it on Thursdays because the last day of the month is a Thursday, and that way I can do a full wrap of the month at once. And so I spent all morning doing that. Haven't had a chance to write today, but the event's over at like 6. which means I should be home around 7-ish. And that gives me plenty of time to write after that. So that is currently the plan. I'm excited for this event. It should be pretty cool. I will check back in later. I feel like that's my catchphrase of this whole vlog. And then I forget to check in. But this time, for realsies, I will check in. Okay, love you, bye. Okay, so it's like 1:02 a.m. The event was a really good time, and I ended up staying way longer than I thought I would. So I did not start writing until very late. And I got in like, let me check my word count, like 500 words. And I'm so sleepy. But I said I'd check in. So this is me checking in. 500 words for today. And I will do my wrap up and post this entire vlog tomorrow. See you then. Good night. Sweet dreams. Okay, let's talk about week 1. So, November, I seem to forget every year, is an extremely busy month for me. Not only is it the holidays, it's my birthday. There's a lot of stuff going on. And so as a result, this is typically why I lose Nano, is because I get so busy that I have zero time to write. That being said, I did manage to write some words. My brain is absolutely fried and it's moving very slowly. So forgive this outro for probably being longer than it needs to be. But my week 1 total word count is 7,809 words, which is a good amount of words. It's a decent amount of words. Something to be proud of. I'm happy with it. However, I will say, for context, that if you want to be on track for NaNoWriMo, by today, I should be at around 13,333 words. Which I'm obviously not. But there's still a lot of month left. All right? And I love a good challenge. So we're gonna keep trucking along. And I will definitely check back in next week to let you know how that is going. We're gonna play a little catch up. We're gonna see what we can do, what we can make work. If you're doing NaNoWriMo, let me know how you did this week. You can friend me on the NaNoWriMo website. I do forget to update that because I use the word counter and Scrivener mostly. And so my graph looks a little wonky, but I would love to be buddies with you. And let me know what you're writing. Like and subscribe if you like this video. It was fun to make. I'm not usually a vlogger girly. I've never filmed myself this much in my life, but it was certainly a journey and I'm kind of having fun with it. So we will continue and I will see you again next week. Bye.